Asking your AI leading edge questions about what you should be doing in your business? No, it cannot help you there. Hello and welcome to the Inner Game of Entrepreneurship podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and today I want to talk to you. I want to beg you. I want to beseech you. I want to throw myself before you and plead that you not use AI as a business coach. I I have all kinds of ethical concerns about AI. I have all kinds of reasons that I think that large language models are problematic. I understand that there are things that they are valuable for and that people get stuff out of them. Cool. They have certain strengths, but coaching is not one of them. If you were to use a large language model tool to audit transcripts of a call you did with your clients and reflect back to you what the key takeaways of that call were, or help you organize the main talking points that you did in that call and just summarize your data for you, fine. Asking your AI leading edge questions about what you should be doing in your business, no. It cannot help you there, not in the way that an actual coach can. This is coming up for me a lot because I have clients who are very attached to using Claude or ChatGPT as a thought partner in the moments where they are spiraling on things. And I really want to ban them from those platforms. What I feel as a coach is that frequently using AI as a thought partner when you are grappling with big thoughts about you, your business, your direction, is that AI conversation actually hinders your growth. It doesn't provide real clarity. It absolves you of needing to do deep, uncomfortable thinking where you could actually excavate your own internal wisdom and your own internal truths. And it placates you by allowing you to feel accomplished, to feel like you really did something, to feel like you really got something big done and go, well, thought that through, but you didn't think it through. You asked a robot whose job is to feed back to you the most generic median of the most popular, AKA the most generic ideas in the world. And then you want to take that into your unique, brilliant, singular business as advice on what you should do. Blech, first of all. But the second and really more important thing is that AI can only work with the information you're giving it, and it is designed to answer the question that you're presenting, which relies on you having an accurate diagnosis of what you actually need. And most of the time, you don't. You don't because you haven't thought things all the way through yet. You're going to AI to jump ahead in the thinking process, in the diagnostic process, in the self-discovery process. You want to feel less confused because confusion is uncomfortable and you're looking for a fast path out of confusion. Y'all, I've been in business for over 20 years. AI as a tool is somewhat recent, right? We've only really had access to large language models the way that we're using them now the past couple of years. All the way up until this point in human history, people have been grappling with these things on their own and with other human beings. They have not had a chatbot to go to help them skip the deep work. And everyone was fine and we were all okay and businesses made money. It really is possible. Please don't, please don't, please don't cede your ability to have deep and complex and uncomfortable thought to a robot. Don't do that. AI can only answer the question you've given it. And so if you come to AI and you say, I'm feeling like things aren't working in my business and I need a new line of digital products that helps me bring in passive income. AI is going to say, okay, great, and help you create that. But as your coach, if you brought that to me on a call, I'm going to pause us and make sure that that's really the best idea for right now. Do we really need to make a digital product suite? Is that the smartest thing for us to be doing? Is that the most effective thing we could be doing in your business right now? Are you thinking that you need to do this because you're actually avoiding some other work in the business that you need to do but don't want to do? Is this an accurate perception of what is needed in the business right now? And a lot of the time, it's not. A lot of the time, when a client comes to me and says, here's the struggle that I'm feeling, and my conclusion is that this struggle means I need to blank, their conclusion is not accurate. Through no fault of their own, it's not that they're not smart, but you can't read the label from inside the bottle. Their conclusion on what they should be doing is based upon their best thinking, and their best thinking is limited by the amount of information about business strategy that they are working with. So sometimes the best guess of how to solve the problem is incorrect. This is why you have a coach. This is why you have a strategist. This is why you have a mentor who has built the thing you want to build, who knows you, who knows your patterns, who knows your business, who understands your business's goals, who understands your business model, who understands both your short and long-term goals, who can go, hold on a second, why do you want to do that right now? How did we get here? Walk me through what brought you here. And frequently when we do that, I go, okay, the diagnosis or like the feeling that you're having is accurate. The sense that you have that something needs to change is correct. The diagnosis is off. So the solution is off. And if you did not have me as your coach in this moment, what you would do is you would take this conversation that you just had with AI, where it gave you a whole passive income product plan, and you might go build it and spend several months doing work you don't need to do that will not solve the problem you're actually experiencing, because AI is not going to be able to coach you through your decision making effectively. That's not what it's for. That's not its job. It's not a person. It doesn't know you. It is not taking all of your past conversations into account. It is not watching your body language. It does not know what you're going through outside of this one conversation. All of the context that your coach is holding, all of the context I'm holding for a client, so that if they show up to me with an idea that they have come up with chat and go, I think I should do this, I know them. I know their business. I know what we've been working on. I have all of this additional human information to put into that conversation that allows me to have a more nuanced take on whether or not just plowing forward with this plan is a good idea or not, whether or not plowing forward with this plan is actually in the long run going to cost you time and money, whether or not plowing forward with this plan is just a detour that is going to take you farther from your goals, not move you closer to them. AI cannot do that for you. It can't. A lot of what I'm doing when I sit with my clients is that I help them stop making business decisions from reactivity. I help them stop making business decisions based on distorted data. I help them tell the difference between intuition, fear, avoidance, sabotage, wisdom, and strategy. Because people can walk into a coaching call and seem so confident. They're like, I know what I should do. I know what the problem is. I think that I should do this. And within a few questions, I can help them distinguish that what's actually happening is that they are in fear or avoidance, or that the plan that they've come up with is sabotage from the plan that they were working on because they're afraid of something. What I provide to people and what your coach should be providing to you is strategic calibration, executive judgment, partnered discernment, being able to tell this thing that you're proposing, this is not a strategic pivot. This is actually an escape hatch that you're creating because you're frustrated. Or this idea that you have is not your intuition. That's scarcity. You're operating from fear that like people aren't going to buy. And so you want to change your mind right now, right? There is something that I'm able to do when I sit with a business owner within minutes that allows me to see when they are clouded between a mix of being ambitious, exhausted, really attached to outcomes, really afraid of outcomes, nervous about something, financially concerned. Your perception can become very distorted in your own business. And your coach's job is to watch you from the outside, right? To watch your execution and give you tips on how to execute to the best of your ability. Coaching is the art and science of high performance under pressure. And sometimes when we're feeling a lot of pressure in business, the way that we perform is that we start making rash decisions that don't really make sense. We come up with a whole new plan. We decide that we want to ditch the thing that we're working on. We decide that we need to build something brand new. There's all of these things that can happen that are primarily reactionary. And so as a coach, me being able to sit with someone and help them figure out whether they are making their decisions from a rooted, grounded, strategic, this is for the long-term good of the company place, or they're acting out of a survival pattern to determine what is true, what is strategy, what is fear, what do you actually need to do next? That's what I'm working with people on. AI is just going to agree with you. If you come to it and you say, I need to do XYZ, it's just going to say, okay, great. And it's going to help you do that. It does not have the ability to interrogate your reasoning, even if you try to train it to, because that's not its job. And it does not have the skill to do so yet. We're just not in that place with AI. Maybe we'll get there, but we're not there now. I think that if I could ban generative AI, I would. I really do. I really do. I think that I would take it away from everybody. I don't think we need it. I don't think it's helpful. I don't think it's good. I don't think that it's doing anything beneficial for us. But I think the most dangerous part about it is that it is diminishing our capacity for inner work and deep thought about what we need to be doing in our business and using it as a Band-Aid for feeling turmoil, to get you out of turmoil as quickly as possible and to feel like, huh, okay, well, now I have an answer and I can move on. It's actually robbing you of something. It's robbing all of us of something. Needing to grapple with our own struggles, our own doubts, our own confusion, needing to get in front of another human being and ask questions that were like, I feel like this is a remedial question and I'm embarrassed asking it and I still have to sit here and ask it. Putting ourselves in a position where we can ask a question in front of another human being and have them go, wait a minute, the way that you said that indicates to me that there's something else going on. Let's back up for a second. Let me ask you a bunch more questions. Opening yourself up to being vulnerable, opening yourself up to sitting and having to journal and weigh things out and do your own inner interrogation rather than just having someone hand you the answer. All of that grappling is grit building. It's intelligence building. It's emotional intelligence building. And trying to take a shortcut to the answers. It's like cheating on a test, right? Like when we were kids, and if we would cheat in school and teachers would be like, you're just cheating yourself out of knowing this stuff. That's what is happening when we're using AI to skip the process of needing to grapple with things. You're cheating yourself out of a relationship with your own brain And that is depressing. And then you're cheating yourself out of a relationship with a real life human mentor who can actually help you get to your goals faster. And if you're in this place where you are relying on chat or Claude or whatever other AI for what you should be doing in your business, and you're going to it to help you grapple with your issues issues rather than going to your journal and a pen, you are missing out on fundamental human experiences. You are missing out on relationship experiences, and your growth is taking longer than it otherwise would because you are probably spending a lot of time making plan after plan after plan that you don't execute because it didn't come from you. So you're not really excited about it, or wasting a lot of time making plans that you do execute that don't yield results because it didn't come from you and you're not excited about it and it doesn't really make sense and it wasn't really the answer to the question in the first place. That's all I've got. Please stop using AI for that. Get a coach, call me. I'm happy to work with you. If it's not me, get with somebody else. But when you're spiraling late night, get a journal, go to YouTube, search YouTube videos on how to do it. At least then you're going to watch a human creator who has thought these things through or learned this skill who can teach you something. Please, please, I beg you, put down the Claude, put down the chat. That's what I've got for you today. Okay, love you. Bye.
That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I know there are so many things that you could be doing with your day, so many things you could be listening to, and it means so much that you are here in this community. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment, share it on social media, and tag me at Intuitive Edge Coaching. Share it with a biz bestie who you think needs to hear it and will appreciate it. And take a moment to to subscribe, and to leave a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It helps me grow this show, and it helps us grow and sustain this brilliant community of entrepreneurs dedicated to doing the inner work. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, love you, bye.